Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Shweta. Let's get straight to it. The novel that I'm going to discuss with you today is Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, which was published in the year 1925, a time when the world was still healing from World War I. As we all know that the World War I began in the year 1914 and lasted up to 1918. The post-war era, that is the time after the war, brought new ideas and break from old traditions, leading the way for modernism in literature. Now let's get to know Virginia Woolf. She was a key figure in the Bloomsbury group and a pioneer of the modernist movement. Woolf's unique style, especially her stream of consciousness technique, changed the way we understand characters' inner lives. Her works encouraged us to see beyond the surface of everyday events. In short, Woolf's fresh ideas and innovative narrative techniques made her one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. We are going to unpack the main players in this story, what makes them tick, and the interesting dynamics between them. Let's get started. First up, we have got Clarissa Dalloway herself. So who is Clarissa? Well, she is a wealthy upper-class woman in her early 50s living in a post-World War I London and organizing what she hopes will be the bash of the year, the party of the year. But beneath the polished socialite surface, she is someone who constantly questions the choices she has made about marriage, about love, and the path not taken by her. She is an existential thinker wrapped in high society's finest threads. Clarissa is also haunted by her youthful passions, especially her relationship with Sally Seton. The memory of that fleeting electric kiss with Sally represents moments of true freedom and desire for Clarissa, the kind of intensity that's missing in her adult life. So somewhere this novel also hints towards the mutual sexual attraction between Clarissa and Sally Seton as well during their youth. Then we have Peter Walsh. He is Clarissa's old love and a habitual daydreamer. Having just returned from India, Peter is a bundle of mixed feelings. He is haunted by his unresolved love for Clarissa and cannot help but overthink everything. Peter represents the road not taken for Clarissa. He is all passion and spontaneity, but not quite the stable life partner that Clarissa was looking for in her past. Now let's talk about Richard Dalloway, Clarissa's husband. Richards is a proper Englishman, part of the political elite group who is steady and reliable. He genuinely loves Clarissa but awkwardly struggles to express his affection. While Richard's not exciting or fiery, his solid nature is what Clarissa chooses for less tumultuous life, which she could have fallen into had she married Peter Walsh in her youth. And now we have Septimus Warren Smith, arguably one of the most compelling characters in the entire novel. Septimus is a war veteran grappling with PTSD, or shell shock as it was called back then. His vivid hallucinations and struggles with mental health show the deep impact of war on people. Woolf uses Septimus to portray a vivid contrast to society's superficial concerns. His tragic end serves as a poignant counterpoint to Clarissa's social sphere. And let's not forget Rezia, Septimus's devoted wife, who valiantly supports him despite feeling isolated in her efforts. She is a testament to love's dedication and highlights the struggles of caring for someone with profound mental health issues. And lastly, we have characters like Sally Seton, representing Clarissa's untapped potential and the wild side of life, and Sir William Bradshaw, the condescending psychiatric doctor who symbolizes the oppressive nature of authority. So what is the core takeaway here? Each character in Mrs. Dalloway represents a unique facet of human consciousness and societal norms. The novel dives deep into questions of choices, freedom, and the essence of identity through the minds of the characters portrayed in the novel. And there you have it, a quick character breakdown from Mrs. Dalloway. Now, moving forward, let us understand the summary of the novel Mrs. Dalloway briefly. The story takes us through a single summer day in the life of Clarissa Dalloway, and it's packed with rich characters and deep emotions. So let's jump right in. The novel unfolds over the course of a day in June 1923 in London. We follow the main character Clarissa Dalloway as she prepares to host a grand party that evening. Clarissa is a high society woman in her early 50s, and as she goes about her day, she reflects on her life, on her loves, and the choices that she has made in her life. Clarissa is thoughtful and deeply introspective. She often thinks about her youth and her past love affair with Peter Walsh. Peter is Clarissa's charming yet indecisive old flame who surprisingly shows up in London on this very day. He is just returned from India and drops by to visit Clarissa, stirring up a whirlwind of memories and emotions from her past. Richard, Clarissa's husband, on the other hand, is a conservative member of parliament. He loves Clarissa but struggles with expressing his emotions. He plans to surprise her with flowers that evening, a simple gesture to show his affection towards Clarissa, his wife. Now let us look at some of the other characters in this story which makes this plot even more engaging and so intriguing. Septimus Warren Smith is a World War veteran suffering from severe shell shock, which we now know as PTSD. He is tormented by war memories and the loss of his friend Evans. His wife Rezia is desperately trying to help him while coping with her own fear and her own helplessness. As Septimus battles his inner demons, he is being treated by a domineering and unkind doctor, Sir William Bradshaw, who is known for his authoritative methods of treating his psychiatric patients. A recurring motif throughout the novel is the striking of the big band, making the passage of time and tying all the characters together in the shared experience of one single day. Then there is Sally Seaton, a vibrant and spirited woman from Clarissa's past. She represents Clarissa's youthful liberty and her passion. The memory of a kiss they shared at Burton has left an indelible mark on Clarissa's soul, and she clearly remembers that day forever, and it is always etched in her memory as a fresh feeling. The day progresses with each character navigating their own thoughts and experiences. Clarissa is preoccupied with existential questions about identity, about love, and the passage of time, capturing the nuance of human consciousness that Woolf portrays so beautifully. Finally, as evening descends, we arrive at the highlight: Clarissa's party. The gathering is attended by politicians, by socialites, and much to Clarissa's surprise, Peter and Sally also attend that party. The party is a success, but it's marked by a sense of muted celebration drawn from both personal and universal reflections. Tragically, during this day, Septimus Warren Smith, unable to endure his mental torment, ends his life. This news reaches Clarissa during that party, and she reflects deeply on his decision, sensing a connection to his despair which resembles her own despair at certain level. Clarissa now contemplates Septimus's death as an ultimate act of preserving his soul's autonomy, appreciating the complexity of human existence that unites them despite their vastly different lives. So she feels one with Septimus at certain level with his act of suicide. In the end, Mrs. Dalloway isn't just about one day or one party. It is a profound exploration of time, memory, societal norms, and the internal experiences that shape who we are as human beings. Now let us talk about what makes Mrs. Dalloway truly unique. Woolf's narrative style and structure, that is the point of discussion from here onwards. First is the stream of consciousness. Woolf uses this technique to let us in on the character's inner thoughts without the usual filter of dialogue or description. This makes the narrative feel very personal and immediate. Then we have the non-linear time structure. The story isn't told in a straight line. Instead, memories, reflections, and present moments, they blend together, showing how our past continuously influence our present. Then we have seen the use of symbolism and imagery by Woolf, the recurring imagery of big bands chimes, the London setting, and even the weather helps to tie the internal and external worlds together. These techniques not only create a rich, layered narrative but also challenge the reader to think deeply about the nature of time, nature of memory, and identity, which are the key points that often come up in the discussions and exams on modern literature. Now, let us see what is the relevance of this novel and its major themes. To wrap things up, Mrs. Dalloway is much more than a story about a day in the life of the London hostess Clarissa Dalloway. The relevance of this novel today is that despite being set in post-war London, the novel's exploration or human emotions, the passage of time and the feeling of isolation is still very much relevant in today's world. In our busy modern lives, we all experience moments of reflection and loneliness. We can also say that this novel is the masterpiece of the stream of consciousness technique. Woolf's narrative technique offers a deep dive into the characters' minds, making the ordinary appear to be extraordinary by revealing the complexities of the inner lives of a character. Now let us discuss the major themes of this novel. The first is the modernism. Breaking away from traditional storytelling, focusing on inner thoughts rather than just external actions. And then we have the theme of alienation and isolation. Both Clarissa and Septimus experience profound feelings of loneliness, one hidden behind social masks, which is Clarissa, and the other openly battling the inner turmoil, which is Septimus Warren Smith. Then we have the theme of time and memory. The novel shows how memories shape the way we are and how the present is a tapestry woven from our past. In essence, Mrs. Dalloway invites us to look at the deeper layers of everyday life and challenges us to appreciate the complexity of human experiences. Now let us dive into some critical episodes and the key dialogues that really capture Woolf's genius in the novel Mrs. Dalloway. The first is the Clarissa's reflection. One memorable moment is when Clarissa, while preparing for a party, thinks that she felt very young, at the same time unspeakably aged. This line perfectly sums up the conflict between her vibrant past and the inevitable march of the time which is ahead of her. Then we have Peter Walsh's reminiscences. The exchanges between Peter and Clarissa, often through letters and internal dialogues, highlight the pain of lost love and the enduring impact of past choices. Their reflection forces us to consider how personal history shapes our identity. Then we have Septimus's inner dialogue. There are powerful passages where Septimus debates with himself, wrestling with his memories of the war and the disconnect he feels from society. His internal conversations, especially during moments of hallucinations, underline the theme of alienation and the struggle against an indifferent world. Now let us come to the party scene. At the climax, the party itself becomes a kind of a dialogue, a mix of superficial conversations and deep unspoken thoughts running into the minds of the characters. Clarissa's interactions during the party reveal her inner conflict and the broader social commentary on how public life often masks private despair, private trauma. These episodes and dialogues are not just narrative tools, they are windows into the characters' souls. They help us understand how Woolf uses language and structure to explore complex ideas like time, memory, and the interplay between public and private selves. So, alright, that's a wrap on our detailed look at Mrs. Dalloway. What do you think about Woolf's narrative style and the themes that she tackles? Do you have any favorite episode or any favorite dialogue from that book? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and I would love hearing your opinions on the novel Mrs. Dalloway. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the like and subscribe button for more literary analysis like these. Don't forget to click the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Stay curious, keep reading, and remember, every day has a story worth telling.